Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. Good evening. The date is Tuesday, May 12th, 2020. The time is approximately 8:40 p.m. No, it's 8:40 p.m. The sun is in Taurus and the moon is waning in Aquarius. And I'm supposed to say that the opposite way. The moon is waning in Aquarius and the sun is transiting in Taurus. So I have the honor and pleasure of spending time socially with my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos. And earlier today we went to my local post office to pick up a package. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I've noticed that because of the COVID-19 situation, a lot of things, well, in my experience, they've been a little screwy with regards to the United States Postal Service, UPS, and Federal Express. So sometimes it's like, I don't know what I'm going to receive because I don't know. I look up the tracking number and it tells me where it's been, where it's going, how it's doing, and when I can expect it. I mentioned in a recent video that, like a lot of people lately, I've been doing a lot of online shopping. But here's the interesting thing. See, a year ago at around this time, I was doing a lot of online shopping as well. So, you know, it's just like, it just happens that way. I am very old school when it comes to buying things in a store. It is my preference. You know, especially a metaphysics store. I mean, I've been to metaphysical websites and I've been to the websites of metaphysics stores, and I've certainly been to you know, metaphysically oriented and magically oriented Etsy shops, and I love all of that, I do. But there's a part of me that's like, I want to go there myself, you know, I want to touch it and get the vibes from it directly. But, you know, doing it online, I'm also strengthening my intuition because it's like I'm paying closer attention to what happens in my body and all this other stuff. So when we went to pick up the package, I saw who sent it, and it was an order. And then when I opened the box, he was like, oh, it's a haul. And I was like, you know, I haven't done a haul video in a long time. Now, for the record, oh my goddess, that, you know, I can't believe I missed this guy again. This is somebody who sells ice cream. You know, and I'm like, I missed him again. Can't a guy get an ice cream cone, man? I'm telling you. Alright, anyway, so now, a few years ago, I remember watching a video, and I don't remember the title, I don't remember the YouTube channel content creator. All I remember was the topic was, and I believe this was the title, the 6 least favorite kinds of YouTube videos. And one of them was a haul video. Now, if you don't like haul videos, I'm going to apologize to you in advance, number one. And number two, given that the last time I did a haul video, I don't even remember when it was, but I would say it was roughly 2 to 3 years ago, I think it's safe to say that you're not going to see another haul video from me in a while. A long while. Now this is a combination haul video. So I placed an order recently with Llewellyn Worldwide, or Llewellyn Publishing, and that's the first part of the haul. And the second haul really is an updated version, or rather a part 2 of some of my favorite tarot bags. So without further ado, here we go. So, as most of you know, I love a lot of things that have to do with the goddess, which is why I purchased the Dream Goddess Empowerment deck. And of course, I'm going to have my awesome audio-visual person do close-ups of all the items. You can see that it hasn't even been unwrapped yet. It's like it's still in the wrapping, in the plastic wrapping. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. I'm looking forward to working with this deck. It's sort of like an affirmation type deck. It's like, you know, I ground and center myself, and then I ask Goddess what I need to know, and I pull a card and all that other good stuff. So I'm very excited about this. I'm going to put this here for the moment. Put that there for the moment. Those of you who saw my video for the May 2020 entry of Llewellyn's 2020 Tarot Calendar, this is the Arcanum Tarot. and I'm really happy about this. I'm really happy that I mean, it has one of the most gorgeous High Priestess cards I have ever seen in a tarot deck. So, oh, by the way, this is the back of the deck, or the back of the box. That's the Lover's card, that's the Strength card, and that's the top of the box. So I'm really, really happy with that. Okay, now. And I also remembered to buy, and this is the Star card from the Arcanum Tarot. So I love the fact that it's a larger than like the bag is larger than the card size. So I can put crystals in here and sachets with herbs. So I'm really excited about it. And of course, since the Star card is astrologically aligned with the sun sign Aquarius, I want to put like different Aquarius crystals and herbs in the pouch as well. Okay. And, you know, I do love Llewellyn, so how could I not purchase this? I'm really happy with the pouch because it has all lunar colors, the silver crescent moon, and the black, and this light metallic blue at the ends of the tassels, or the cords. So I'm really happy with that as well. And last but not least, by the way, I want to be her in my next lifetime. I really do. I love her. So if you notice, this is the design. I happen to love moons and stars. I would rather have something that has moons and stars over anything that has moons and suns. And by the way, it's a matched set. Now, and that's a perfect segue to the next part of this video. So what I'm going to do is, if there is a deck in the bag, I'm going to take it out and tell you which one it is. So this is the Moon and Stars pouch, and this contains, and this will be of interest to the Wizard's Tower. The Wizard's, even after all this time I still do it. The Wizard's Tower, the Wizard's Tower, the Wizard's Tower. Tower, also known as Dave, as in Satyr Dave. This is the newest edition of the Wizard's Tarot. And the book was written by Barbara Moore. I do not remember who illustrated the deck, but I'll have that in the description box. And talk about gorgeous High Priestess cards. Look at her. I mean, she's just stunning. Stunning, stunning. I can't even talk, that's how stunning she is. And I will show you the inside of the pouch because it has this beautiful combination, like slate blue gray, very, very lunar. I love it immensely. So this is another Llewellyn pouch, and I'm really, really happy with this. Okay, I'll put you here for the moment. Now, this, actually I'm going to do all the Etsy shop ones separately. So, but of course, I always love my Wild Child Creations pouches. And where is it? Oh, you're here. So this is a Wild Child Creations pouch. I love that this looks like the fiery feathers of a phoenix. I love the emerald green Dupioni silk. That's one of her signatures with a Wild Child Creations. You know, Ona is the living goddess who owns it. You know, she uses Dupioni silk as the lining. The deck that's in here is called the Via Tarot, and the interesting thing, the cards are larger than standard size. It's based on the imagery of the Aleister Crowley Tote Tarot deck, which was illustrated by Lady Frida Harris. But this is the companion book, and this is the back of the card design. Notice the cards are larger than standard size, you know. So I love the fact that I can put all of this in here, and it all goes in here, and it all fits comfortably, and voila. And there's still a little space for like some crystals and herbs, so I'm really, really happy with this. This was a gift from somebody who has not been just a client for years and years and years and eons and eons and eons. And the other one that she gave me was this one. And this, there's a rose quartz in it because it, oh, I'm sorry. And this is the inside, again, Dupioni silk, and this is the exterior. And this is more of a standard size for a tarot deck. But I love this design, and the deck is called The Tarot of Love by Marsha Perry. You know, it's funny, when I first began using this deck, this particular tarot deck, I was amazed that I began channeling. Like, none of the readings I ever gave with this deck had to do with romantic relationships. It was all about your divine mission, your sacred destiny, and this is how many lifetimes you had before this one, and how many lifetimes you have that. I was just like, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is too wild. There's nothing about romantic relationships in this reading. So this is the High Priestess card in this deck. Since the High Priestess is my totem tarot card, basically, when I finish using a deck, like if let's say I'm giving a private reading, or if, let's say, I'm giving readings at a public venue, then if it's a tarot deck, once I shuffle it to complete using it for the rest of the day or the night or whatever, I put the High Priestess card on the top. Oh, and this is the back of the card design. And if it's an oracle card deck, then whatever card resonates most strongly for me with the energies of the High Priestess, then that deck goes on the top. So yeah, I love them so much. They make me so happy. Okay. Nothing fell. Nothing better fall. Because it would really mess up the concentration. So these three I purchased as a set. They're purchased as a set. They're satin. And I purchased them on, the all places, Amazon.com. But I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up. And I love all of them. Not my usual color scheme. Pink is more, I know for a fact that pink is more the aesthetic, the color aesthetic of Swan of Dreamers, also known as the Michelle Swan Graham. So hold on, this one contains one of my, actually hold on, because I know that one of them has a different deck. Oh, I tied you up really tight. Okay. Yes, okay. So, this is a deck that's called Ancient Feminine Wisdom of Goddesses and Heroines. And it was created by Kay Steventon, who created and illustrated the Spiral Tarot. And there's another tarot deck that she created and illustrated, and I forgot the name of it, but it has constellations on them. But they're all different Greek goddesses and heroines. This is the front of the card. This is the card that for me would represent the High Priestess, the Pythia, who's more commonly known as the Oracle of Delphi. And this is the back of the card design. And this is the front of the booklet. It's a US Game Systems deck. I don't know if it's still in print. I was a little disappointed at first because I did not expect it to be just Hellenic or ancient Greek goddesses and heroines, but I've started to warm up to this deck, especially given how many people I know for whom the Hellenic pantheon is their primary pantheon. And that, of course, includes my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos. Okay, this one contains this deck called Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil is this Norse Futhark themed divination deck, and I love that it has 81 cards. And it has 9 cards for each of the 9 worlds in the Norse pantheon, or in the Norse cosmology. And I have Frigg in the front, because Frigg is equivalent to the High Priestess for me. And I love Frigg. Frigg is a definite... Frigg for me is a definitely under-called upon goddess. And I need to spend more time with her, because I usually spend time with Freya and Saga. I do write, you know. Now, the other deck, I don't remember what's in here, but I will find out shortly. So what did I put in here? Next time I do this video, I'm going to make sure that I have all of these unstrung. Oh, I remember this now. So, this tarot deck was called the Secrets Tarot. And Jane Lyle is the artist, but I don't remember the name of the or Jane Lyle is the person who created the deck or wrote the deck, and the person who illustrated it was somebody else. I'll have that in the description box too, but this is the back of the card design. By the way, the newest name for this deck is called the Lover's Tarot, but I do remember it as the Secrets Tarot when it was first published. But it's a beautiful deck. The imagery doesn't exactly like draw me, but I really do like having it. And of course, you know, it's a tarot deck that I found as part of a kit at, well, it was originally called Giovanni's Room. Now it's called Philly 8 Thrift at Giovanni's Room. And I cannot tell you how many great metaphysical and oriented and goddess books I have found at originally Giovanni's Room, and now over the last few years, Philly 8 Thrift at Giovanni's Room for like massively discounted prices. Okay. This was from another Etsy shop. This is one of my personal favorite tarot bags, and I will tell you why. Because if you look at the front of the tarot pouch, and if you look at the cover of the guidebook of the tarot deck that's in here, you will notice a very striking similarity between the images. And by the way, I waited for this deck. Like, I put the whammy on this deck. I put the whammy on this tarot bag. I'm like, no other bitch is buying my goddess bag. It's mine. I did it. I'll admit it. I will admit it now. But the thing of it was, the thing that I remember that frustrated me most about this tarot deck, this tarot kit rather, was that I remember the first time I saw it was at Gypsy Heaven, the witch shop of New Hope in New Hope, Pennsylvania. And for some bizarre reason, I actually walked out of the store and did not buy it. And I remember I was spending the day with my awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos, and a lovely lady who was the divine driver for him and me twice, to go from where I live and where she lives and where I live to New Hope, Pennsylvania. And the crazy thing was, we had gone upstairs, because one of the things that I love to do after I would leave, talk about a haul, when I'd go to Gypsy Heaven, we would go upstairs and we would go to this place called The Last Temptation. Seriously, that's the name of it. It's an ice cream shop. They have coffees, they have shakes, they have treats, they have all those other things. They don't have food, but that's fine. You know, it's like a Dairy Queen, only, you know, better, because it's not part of a chain. And, you know, just treats and desserts. But we'd go upstairs and I would have my cafe au lait, which is basically half coffee and half cream. Super delicious, by the way. And I was like, and I was talking to the two of them, and we're having this great conversation with all these other people and things and whatnot, and metaphysics and magic and the goddess. And I'm like, why did I leave this store without buying this deck? So I'm upstairs, so I just go down the stairs, because there's an upper level that has the bathrooms and has some lounge chairs and has a rocking chair that I love. And I'm like, you know what, I need to buy this deck. Why did I leave the store without buying the deck? I don't know. Go downstairs, go to where the deck wasn't there. I'm like, oh no. And you know I didn't put the whammy on it, which is why it wasn't there anymore. And I'm like, and you know, and having worked in retail, I'm asking the question that I know I should not ask. Do you have any more in the back? Really, Robert? How many supermarkets did you work in? How many retail stores did you work in? You don't know it, there's nothing in the back? By the way, they didn't have another copy. It was the only fucking copy. So, fortunately for me, I have an amazingly awesome audiovisual person for my YouTube videos who is phenomenal in every way, and he gave me this deck as, was it birthday or holiday? Thank you. My birthday is exactly 2 weeks after Christmas Day, so sometimes I'll receive, and both take place when the sun is in Capricorn, which is my sun sign. So it's like, was it a birthday gift? Was it a sometimes I don't remember. I admit that. I don't remember. But I would rather have one and not the other. Growing up, it was always combination gifts, which I cannot stand. Don't give me a combination gift. If you cannot give me a gift for my birthday or a gift for the holidays, excuse me, if you cannot give me a gift for my birthday and a gift for the holidays, choose one. I won't take it personally. I'll take it personally if you give me for both. I'll be like, what is this? Why is it I'm receiving a combination gift at 50 years of age? At 50 years of age, I should not be receiving a combination gift, but that's, well, another story, and another video for another topic and another day. Anyway, I love this. I've been waiting so long to have this combination, and it makes me so happy. It makes me really happy. Now, I will show you another thing that makes me really happy, and that is, you know what, I'll do this. So, I want to show, so first of all, earlier my awesome audiovisual person and I were joking about his mother and how she has a lot of bags, but her regular day bag is very small. By the way, this is my regular day bag, which is larger than my Saint-Tropez leather tote. It is, I call it the Charles tote bag, but the original name, the official name, is the Charlotte tote bag. This is my day bag, and yes, it is as heavy as it looks. So if I had a clutch, this would be my little purse. This would be my little clutch. We were cracking up over this earlier, I'm telling you. This would be my little clutch if I carried a clutch bag. Now mind you, this has just metaphysical items. I love this, by the way, and I'll tell you why I love this. First of all, the design is fierce. That's number one. Number two, it has a zipper pull that I need to be careful with because like the clip comes off and the little tarot card thing, you know, falls off. But in here I have 4 decks, I have a set of runes, I have a layout cloth. It's all in here, and I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the inside of this bag. Now, what I love most about this is that when I go to, let's say, Notions and Potions, I can put my clothes in my luggage. I'll have my day bag with me, you know, which is now the Charles tote bag. And I can have all the tools that I need in here for giving readings at Notions and Potions. I can have the medicine bag that I use to carry my sacred tools for readings in the piece of luggage. And then when I'm going to, like, in fact, actually, I'm going to go off camera for a moment. So, it's not, okay. We're going to pretend this is the medicine bag that I use. This is the Saint-Tropez leather tote. It served me well for several years. But I normally use the Bloomsbury book bag, but now Levenger has a 2.0 version called the Oxford tote. So let's say this is my Bloomsbury book bag, my beautiful purple Bloomsbury book bag. And I carry this to Notions and Potions. And I'm set. So this would go in my luggage, this goes in the luggage, and then when I go to Notions and Potions, I go from my hotel to Notions and Potions with this as my medicine bag. I love this, by the way. I massively love this. Makes me so happy. So that is wonderful. And I just, and by the way, I can't show you now because there's a lot of lights in the YouTube studio of Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, but it glows in the dark. I promise you, the first chance I get, I'll see if I can take a photograph of it, and maybe it'll show, maybe it won't, we'll see. And then I'll post it on my Instagram account. But yeah, so I'm really, really happy with that. That's that. And then this is another one, which is from an Etsy shop. This is a Wiccan blessing for a new home life, for a new marriage. It's the crescent moon with the tears, or if you prefer, with Mother Moon's milk. I saw it, it was the only one, I'm like, mine. And it is. It contains, and it's perfect because there are 2 decks in here. So the collective name of these two tarot decks is called the Light and Shadow Tarot. But individually, one was called the As Above Tarot deck, and the other one was called the So Below Tarot deck. Why am I remembering the name incorrectly? No, it's the Book of Shadows Tarot. That's what it is. The Light and Shadow Tarot sounds familiar, but I don't remember it offhand. So I love that these two decks fit in here comfortably. And there is still room, not by much, but there's still room for like a crystal or two and a little pouch and a little sachet with herbs. So I'm really happy with this, and of course I love that it has this silver gray, like pearl silver gray drawstring. I love this so much. Now, one of my other personal favorite bags is the Cat Over the Moon tarot bag. This was from another Etsy shop. I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up. I love the design. It's so cute, and of course, I know I'm not the only one out there in YouTube land that loves black cats. So, and of course, what do I have in this pouch? I actually have a tarot deck that still has its original box in pretty good condition, namely the Pagan Cats Tarot. It's open, but I love the Pagan Cats Tarot. You know, I believe it or not, I do not have every feline-themed tarot deck yet. And I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the box, because it's a beautiful box. And of course, here is an image of Bast on the High Priestess card, which is so appropriate. So yeah, and of course the little crescent moon and all that other good stuff. But I love this tarot bag so much. It's one of my personal favorites. Now, I want to show you a few others that found me, of all places, Amazon.com. So this one is one of my personal favorites because it has a black exterior and it has a silver gray interior. And I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do another close-up. Actually, that's not even satin. It's actually like a velvet. Oh, it's velvet outside and inside. Oh, look. See, I didn't even know that. Look at that. There will be a special goddess deck that goes in this box. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll find out soon enough. Or a lunar-themed deck. Yes. And then I love these three because they're very unique in that the exterior and the interior are different colors. So I'm going to go with my personal favorite one first. So, and this one is a velvet exterior and a satin interior. And I love the combination of purple and yellow. It makes me think of Babaluaye, who is the Orisha of healing. And in Catholicism he's called San Lazaro, or Saint Lazarus. And I have in here the Nolan's Voodoo Tarot, which, believe it or not, this is actually just for me. I'm not even supposed to be showing this on camera. But it wasn't intended to be that way. It was like, that's just how it came about. So, and there is one suit that specifically depicts the Orishas in the deck. But I've been drawn to the Nolan's Voodoo Tarot for a while, and I must acknowledge Lucian, formerly Tani, I think. Conjurer's Table, now crossed paths with Satyr Dave, the Wizard's Tarot. The Wizard's Tower. Even after all this time, I still say Wizard's Tarot. Wizard's Tower. But then again, Satyr Dave is the Wizard's Tarot. So yes. But yeah, I really love this, and I love... And it's funny because some of my personal favorite decks are either in a pouch that has lunar colors, lunar symbology, or it's purple. Like the ones that are like have become my main go-to decks. This is another one that was part of this trio. And I love that it has a black exterior and it has this pink interior. And I must admit, since pink is Swan of Dreamer's signature color, I did think about her when I saw this. I think I need to give her a separate set of like pink tarot bags, you know, different sizes, different colors. And I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do another close-up of this. And you see the exterior and the interior at the same time. And this one has a tarot deck on the inside, and it is The Animal Wise Tarot by the late and great Ted Andrews. Some of the tarot decks and oracle card decks that I've unearthed in since the beginning of the year, actually, since January, I've put back in order because they needed to be reset magically and energetically. And this other one has this burgundy red velvet exterior, and it has this, I'm not even sure what kind of pink this is. And I'm pretty good at like the names of different colors, but it's definitely a different pink. See, I would call this more like a hot pink, and this one is more like a petal pink. Like I could see a pink flower having this pink. So again, I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up. And there is no tarot deck or oracle card deck in this yet. But yet is the operative word because it's only a matter of time. Okay, and I'm going to briefly apologize to all of you. I did not plan for this video to be as long as it is. And then the ones that I received today. So for my fellow mermaid lovers, look at this. I love this. I love this. The mermaid scales. And believe it or not, I actually do have a mermaid-themed tarot deck that is perfect to go in here. No. Oh, it was in the inside. Oh my lord. But I already know which one. And of course, I have pieces of glass that look like glass from the ocean. So I can put some of those in there. But I need to find out what kind of herbs and crystals correspond to mermaid energy. And then these can go in here. And I love, love, love the lavender interior. So again, I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the deck. Look at how beautiful this is. I mean, I am just so happy. And I will check to see if the Etsy shop has more of these. If they do, and you're a mermaid lover, you know what to do. So, and I don't remember which Etsy shop was this one. I'll take a look, but these three are from one of my other favorite tarot bag Etsy shops, and it's called Center of the Circle. And they have a very distinctive end to their tassels, to their drawstrings. This one I love, and I could actually have the cord with a purple lavender color, so I was really happy to have that option. But I'm going to... the remarkable parts are the outside. The interior is kind of like basic. But basic black works, you know. But it just feels so lovely, and I love that they have the signature design at the ends of the tassels. I'm calling them tassels, but I think that's the incorrect term for them. And now look at this. Look at how gorgeous this is. Can you imagine having a meditation and seeing this sky in your mind's eye? I love this, and it's just so beautiful. And you know, several years ago, what I began doing was I began creating a list of tarot decks and oracle card decks that I want but don't have at the present time. But these last 2 years, the thing that I need the most is really tarot pouches, because there are several tarot decks that I've found, the boxes are cracked, and you know, I mean, how many rolls of adhesive tape am I going to use to tape up the box? I mean, believe me, I've tried. Some of them have been like, okay, Robert, you need to stop. And because of my order, or because of the order that was a gift to me, they gave me this as a gift. And I love this. I love this. I'm actually going to use this as my personal medicine bag, because I don't really have a personal medicine bag that has like herbs and fetishes and bones and crystals and things like that. And I feel like I need to have that now more than ever. I keep thinking about Lily Ivory in the Witchcraft Mystery series by Juliet Blackwell. She always carries a medicine bag on her person. And I'm like, that witch does it, why doesn't this witch? Living in a city. So you know what? I think that's it. I think that's it. Taking a quick check around. Yes, it's it. And by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm having 2 beverages. I'm having this wondrous Lipton tea. It's called Berry Hibiscus. And you can tell there's not much left. I love berry hibiscus. Hibiscus is one of my personal favorite teas, one of my personal favorite herbs, one of my personal favorite flowers. I love hibiscus, anything. Tazo's Passion, that's their primary ingredient, and I love Tazo's Passion. Hot as well as cold, or chilled as I would say. Honey and lemon too. And this is a combination of apple cider and cherry vanilla flavored seltzer. So now you know what all my beverages are. My awesome audiovisual person is drinking the specialty coffee of La Casa de Roberto, formerly known as Chejopea. And let me tell you, it came out phenomenal as usual. So, oh, I almost forgot. So, I have yet to connect with Lenormand. And mind you, there are so many gorgeous Lenormand decks out there. There are several that I want. And this was the last one that this particular Etsy shop had. And I'm pretty sure it was Center of the Circle as well. Because I remember writing the Etsy shop owner a message. And and this contains my mini Hanson Roberts tarot deck created by Mary Hanson Roberts. And as most of you know, this is the tarot deck that I'm using for my weekly tarot and oracle card draws. But I love that this deck fits in here perfectly. I mean, look at this. I'm going to just put this in here, and it's like, it's perfectly made for it. And I love the crescent moons, I love the shooting stars, all the lunar colors, the silver, the blue, the white, the purple, and look at how cute this is. And what I love, and this Etsy shop, actually no, this is not Center of the Circle. This is the Gemini Gypsy Parlor. I've only ordered one other tarot wrap from them, and it's this one. And this one is the very first one that I purchased from the Gemini Gypsy Parlor. And yes, if you are a sun sign Gemini, not like me, you owe it to yourself to go to this Etsy shop. But I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the exterior and the interior. And this contains my copy of the Everyday Witch Tarot. And I want to tell you, I love, love, love this wrap. This tarot wrap is and has been one of my personal favorites for a long, 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 long time. Okay, now it is officially done. The Llewellyn haul part is done. The tarot bag haul is done. It's really not a haul. But I definitely, at this point, have... oh, and I almost forgot one. I was in a very Oshun mood when I purchased this one. Definitely velvet through and through. And I love how soft it is and how buttery. I think now it is official. Because, you know, not too long ago, I had so many tarot decks and oracle card decks that either the boxes were cracked, the boxes were not going to be salvaged by any more adhesive tape than was already stuck to it. You know, not to mention the adhesive tape that fell away from it. And now I'm at a point where I actually have more empty and available tarot bags. And I'm using the term tarot bag generally to include tarot, oracle cards. I don't feel led to have these kinds of bags for runes. And I only have 3 sets of runes right now. I have the one by Ralph Blum. I have a set from... no, I have 4 sets. I have a set from Llewellyn, made of hematite. I have a set that I purchased at Catland with amethyst. And I have another set that was specifically created by Renee Starr for the participants of her Divine Feminine Magic with the Runes and Norse Goddesses. And that is not the official name of that course. That for some bizarre reason I always forget the exact wording of it, which you know is so rare with me. But I love having all of these tarot bags and oracle card bags and bags that make it easier for me to keep my decks in beautiful housing. And I'm just so happy with that. And I'm happy that I have more than enough, that if, let's say, Goddess forbid, another one of my decks breaks, the housing breaks or it rips, or, you know, before I even reach for another roll of adhesive tape or another 2 rolls, it's like, okay, Robert, you have a new home for this already. So I'm really happy about that. I love them. And believe it or not, there are more on the way. There's actually one that I did not realize I had saved on my Amazon.com wish list, but it's a Llewellyn bag, so I could easily order it from Llewellyn. So I'm really happy with them. They're all so beautiful. I mean, yes, there are some that I love more than others, but I'm looking forward to finding beautiful decks and room sets, but primarily decks to go in them. So anyway, YouTube, as always, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. Again, my apologies, this video was longer than I had intended it to be, but when I saw that I was running out of time and it was less than a minute, I'm like, do I want to do a part 2? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do a part 2. I want to stick to this and take it from there. So I wish you many blessings of love and life, money and magic, and a beautiful night, and stay tuned for the next video.